Okay, let me describe and demonstrate holographic breathing. So I think everybody here said they know it, but just in case, holographic breathing, the lips are relaxed and closed, the upper surface of the tongue is on the roof of the mouth, the breath is through the nose. On the in-breath, the jaw is gently opening. On the out-breath, the jaw is gently closing, and it's a small motion, half a finger width, 2 or 3, 4 millimeters. And I will demonstrate that. You may not be able to see much, but you will notice that the lips are opening and closing with the jaw. And for me, it's instant. I go into a completely different state, and for me, it is totally aligned with that kundalini awakening that I was talking about. It soothes it, it helps it travel through, it helps it move through the brain. And for any type of therapy work, you will find, if you get your clients to do hologram, it doesn't matter if you're counseling, doing past life, doing therapy, if they're doing holographic breathing along with it, it really helps people to balance and to process whatever they're going through, and to take it into a spiritual state, and to clear through the mind. But when my kundalini first went off, holographic breathing was just automatic with it. It was just part and parcel of it, from what I remember anyway, but definitely helpful now. For new people, holographic breathing can really knock you out, and if you're new, it is good to learn the first part seated so you stay awake long enough to get the activation where holographic breathing will just start. You don't have to remember my description of holographic breathing, because it will be a guided meditation where we're going through it. All right, we shall start. So closing your eyes and breathing gently. If you know holographic breathing, doing holographic breathing. I wonder if I move slightly, whether I'm a bit more central there, aren't I? Okay, I want to be here. I wonder if I move that across, whether that will do anything. No, not really. I can't. I'm just going to make my screen different for a minute while people are getting ready. Just so that... Oh. Why is somebody else the speaker and not me? That's not right. Just want to... Why is... let me just check this. It shouldn't have anybody's... Somebody try and turn your microphone on, somebody. Can anybody... Because somebody, James, hasn't got his microphone on by the looks of it, but maybe that's some reason. Try and turn... Nobody can... Okay, so it is correct. I tried to look at my screen full, but I couldn't. And then, because it showed somebody else as the speaker rather than me, and I thought there may be something wrong, but apparently not. All right, we're going to start. So, just quickly, am I loud enough? Good, good, good. Has my sound been okay? No interference, it's all okay. All right, here we go. Move that back slightly. There we go. All right, closing your eyes. And if you know holographic breathing, doing holographic breathing. If you don't, just gently breathing. Sending a smile, sending some energy to the earth, and allowing the earth to say hello back. Notice what that feels like through your body and energies. And sending a smile, sending some energy to the higher self and beneficial energies. Beneficial energies, any divine realms, subtle realms, divine teachers, divine energies. Whatever you want to work with, as long as it's beneficial. Very interesting, the energy coming to me is different because I have mentioned before, I was more connecting to the spiritual energies, and there's the spiritual energies that normally come through at this time, very different, much softer. It's like snow coming down, just very gentle, caring, very soft, divine energies. But anyway, for yourself, connecting to the divine, to the spiritual, to the beyond, to the higher self, and asking the earth, the higher self, and the beneficial energies to be with you through the whole meditation. And we're going to start learning holographic breathing. For people who know it, it's still good to go over this and be with it. It's all channeled energy. Whatever I'm saying, it's still channeled energy and working in ways that I've got no idea going on really. Gently breathing, having the lips relaxed and closed. Bringing the upper surface of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. The tip of the tongue to the front teeth. And as much as the tongue on the roof of the mouth as feels comfortable. And the breath is through the nose. And then just moving the jaw up and down, small motion up and down, just to get the experience that you can move the jaw and keep the lips closed. Just moving the jaw up and down with the lips closed. So you can get the experience that that is possible. And then slowing that motion down as the jaw is gently opening, allowing the breath to come in through your nose. And as the jaw gently closes, allowing the breath to leave through your nose. Jaw relaxes open, the breath comes in through your nose. The jaw relaxes closed, the breath leaves through your nose. Relaxing the back of your neck, relaxing the back of the head. The lips stay closed all of the time, and the tongue stays on the roof of the mouth all of the time. As the jaw opens, the teeth are relaxing apart. The breath is coming in. The jaw is gently closing. The breath is coming out. And the teeth float together. There's no pressure. They just gently float together. There's no pressure, or they just stop slightly apart. So the jaw is always relaxed and flowing. The jaw gently opens, the breath pulls in through the nose. The jaw gently closes, the breath leaves through the nose. There's this lovely spiritual kind of kidney energy dropping into the group. The kidney is a very spiritual organ. It's a very feminine spiritual organ. You can feel it through the whole group, because I guess I've talked in that energy that people are just connecting to that really nice, soft, spiritual energy of the kidneys. You may feel just sensations in your kidneys or kidney area or adrenals. The jaw relaxes open, the breath comes in through the nose, the jaw relaxes closed, the breath leaves through the nose. And now we're going to change the emphasis from the jaw to the breath, so it's the other way around. The breath is coming in through the nose, the jaw relaxes open, the breath opens the jaw. The breath leaves through the nose, the jaw relaxes closed. Notice how you've gone up a level. You've become much more energetic. The jaw's very physical. If you have the emphasis in the mouth, it's more physical. Bring the emphasis to the nose and sinuses, it becomes much softer and energetic. Breathing in, the jaw relaxes open. Breathing out, the jaw relaxes closed. The chest opens on the in-breath. The jaw follows along. The chest closes on the out-breath. The jaw follows along. Breathing in, the chest opens, the jaw opens with it. Breathing out, the chest closes, the jaw closes with it. Allow your neck to relax. You may let your chin drop down a bit so your neck straightens a bit. Let the energy go through your neck. Breathing in, the abdomen opens. The jaw relaxes open with it. Breathing out, the abdomen closes. The jaw closes with it. Feeling down inside the pelvis. Pelvis opens. On the in-breath, the jaw follows along. Pelvis closes on the out-breath, the jaw follows. The arms, legs, hands and feet opening on the in-breath, closing on the out-breath. Notice in a very subtle way your whole face has started to breathe, your brain has started to breathe, your neck and throat has started to breathe. important to let go of your throat and neck, to let the energies channel through the brain and face. It's like a trunk of a tree. Heal your thyroid and thymus gland. Thyroid problems are sometimes evolutionary. It's people moving slowly onto a new level and clearing through your neck. And through your brain and face. And allow yourself, the energy to slowly release out the top of your head, up into the divine energies, to the higher self. And let the higher self and divine energies communicate back in. So I think the emphasis of this webinar is much more about that than what I've been talking about. It's this divine energy coming in, this divine healing. So we'll be allowing a divine healing, but at the same time we will detoxify ourselves. You can let the divine healing detoxify you as well. So if that feels good and feels right, allow yourself to communicate with the divine presence and to be one with the divine presence. So you are part of it. You are physical, emotional, mental part of the divine presence. You are the body for the divine, and the divine is the divine for you, and you are one being, spread from the earth up through the divine energies. Feel the sides of your cranium opening out to the sides on the in-breath, closing immediately towards the middle on the out-breath. And your brain is not solid, your brain is seaweed, full of cranial sea. It's floating in cranial sea. The brain is 90% water. And the cells are held together by the tentacles of the astrocyte cells. They're the only thing that's keeping it in its shape. Other than that, it would just be water slushing around with the tide. But it's mainly water. It's 90% water, and the cranial sea is 99% water. You've got the cranial sea around all of the cells, providing oxygen, glucose, salt. And out of all of the cells, releasing carbon dioxide and toxins. You can feel the cells breathing. They're breathing in oxygen, they're breathing out carbon dioxide. They may be breathing in toxins and breathing out toxins, but definitely allow them to breathe out toxins so the toxins can flow out of the cells into the cranial sea. And there's all of the venous capillaries receiving that fluid, receiving the toxins, receiving the carbon dioxide and taking it away back to the heart. And they've got these large ventricles that are like big cisterns full of just cranial sea in both hemispheres of the upper part of the brain. And the cranial sea, the used cranial sea with the carbon dioxide can flow into these. Toxins can flow into these. And they flow into the choroid plexus, which is at the base of the ventricles, and all of the venous capillaries in there, massive amount of venous capillaries, just absorb all of that carbon dioxide. Absorb all of the toxins. Absorb the cranial sea, and it's taken away to the heart. And cranial sea can't all be taken away by the venous blood, because there's no lymph. It's the lymph which is huge. It's just cranial sea flowing down through the top part of the brain into the central brain complex, into the cerebellum, and it flows forwards into the cranial nerves. So it can leave through the venous blood, can also flow out through the nerves, into the face, into the vagus nerve. And some, with the oxygen and glucose and salt, will flow out through the nerves as nutriments, and some that is the toxins, the carbon dioxide, will flow out through the sides of the nerves into the body, into the lymph, into the venous blood, and back to the heart, so you can detox this whole area. And down the spine, it flows down the spine. It's being produced in the spine, and it's flowing down the center of the spine in the fifth ventricle, and it's flowing down around the spine. And all of these nerves flowing out from the spine. All of this cranial fluid flows out into the nerves, cranial sea, flows out into the nerves, down the arms, round the ribs, into the organs, into the pelvis, into the legs. And the oxygen, glucose and salts gets taken up by the myelinating capillaries and flows off as nutrition. The carbon dioxide, the toxins flow out through the sides of the nerves, get taken away by the lymph and the venous blood back to the heart. So all of these carbon dioxide toxins from the brain flow to the heart. They go round the lungs, they lose the carbon dioxide, and it gets oxidated. Comes out of the heart, and a quarter of it or more goes to the kidneys. Kidneys takes all of the toxins out, starts making its way down to the bladder, and gets passed back to the heart, toxin-free. Gets pumped back to the brain. Now, and it becomes the cranial sea. Feel all of the venous blood receiving the carbon dioxide and toxins. You can feel the ventricles receiving it. Feel it flowing out through the nerves. You feel this whole blue circuit. Notice how that connects you to your kidneys. You feel it flowing out. As you feel it flowing out through your nerves, you can feel it connecting to your kidneys, this blue energy of your kidneys. You can feel your kidneys relating to your lateral ventricles. You can feel your adrenals connecting to your nervous system. You can feel all of this carbon dioxide or toxins and fluid. Now, people think of it as toxic or bad, but it has a beautiful energy. It's just a lovely blue energy. The toxic load is just an energy. It's not bad. When it gets out of us, toxins are beautiful. They all have a use. Well, maybe microplastics don't, but most of them get converted. Before mankind started messing everything up, the toxins all had a use. They were fertilizer. But it's got a beautiful energy, this blue energy water flowing out the kidneys down to the bladder, down through the urethra. And it connects to the vagina and penis for the sexual energies. It's the urethra and soft tissue in the penis, and it's the vagina. That is the powerhouse, that is the sexual energy. You feel that energy rising through the body. You can feel it relating to this blue energy detoxification. You can feel the sexual energies rising as the energy to heal through the nervous system, through the ventricles, through the kidneys, through the bladder, through the adrenals. Notice how the adrenals connect you to the top of the head and the divine energies. Pulsing adrenals open the crown chakra. You can talk to God, the Creator, the Divine, whatever you want to call it. And breathe. Just relaxing into the kidneys and adrenals, your nervous system, the state of detoxification of the nervous system, of the brain, the healing of the nerves and the venous blood. And breathe. And allowing that spiritual connection. Let the divine anoint you. Let yourself be blessed by the divine. Let it heal your water eliminatory circuit. And breathe. Let your crown chakra release and become one with God and the divine energies, and feel that blue energy through your body. Feel it at the base level connecting to the urethra, the vagina, and the soft tissue of the penis. And breathe, relax your neck. Let that energy go through your neck. Let it go through your spine. Let your kidneys relax and offload those toxins. Notice how relaxing it is being in the blue energies and the venous blood and the kidneys. And this deep empathy with God or the divine or the Creator. Rather than being you, allow yourself to be in communion with the divine as part of you, as part of your biology and reality. Let everything release. Okay, there's a healing. So there's a spiritual detoxification. Notice releasing, being healed and offloading into the higher self, toxic events, releasing into the beyond. God is here, the divine is here, the subtle realms are here to take those toxic events away. And breathe. From everything in you. And breathe. Being aware of the still waters of your body. These are slow. The venous blood is slow. The cranial sea is slower. Becoming aware of the still waters of your body. And breathe. Letting your kidneys relax and release. So we're going to come back in about a minute. Just being with that and slowly settling. Sending a thank you to the earth, the higher self and the beneficial energies. And allowing the energies going off for love and healing to the higher self, the earth, the beneficial energies. For love and healing. Not sure if I did all of that, saying thank you to the earth, the higher self and the beneficial energies, and letting the energies go off to the earth, the higher self, beneficial energies for love and healing, and allowing yourself to be loved and healed. When you feel ready, gently allowing yourself to come back. Lovely, lovely. So wave your hands if you enjoyed that. Good, everyone enjoyed it. If you want to go into that in more depth, come this Sunday. Next Sunday. I'll put a link in the newsletter. Watch the recordings. These get deeper every time, especially when I include the organs. They might seem just nice at the time, but they have a profound effect that carries on for much longer. It's really good. I'll be sending out a newsletter to you with the recordings in a couple of days. You know, watch the recordings. It gets deeper every time you do it. Come to the advanced webinars. It's nice to give me some money so that I can continue doing this. You know, I think I do a good job. So it's nice to pay me a bit so that I can carry on doing my job, really. So the advanced webinars are there and recordings. And these free ones and loads on YouTube, and they're all great, they're all powerful, they're all strong. That's about it for today, I think.